Hello and welcome back to Air and Fire of Light. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in this world, this whole universe. Okay. Hopefully, y'all had excuse me, a great night. I know I did. After I did my reading last night, I went straight to sleep. I was in there knocked. I was like, sleep. Man, I was tired. I was tired, man. Sometimes I be getting wore out when I be driving. So, you know, because I'll drive for hours. Sometimes I won't drive for hours. Sometimes I sit for hours, and I could be in that work for so long. Okay, so I am going to read Abundant Attraction. So let's see what the Holy Spirit has for us. What are we attracting abundantly here? Mm, okay, what, who, where, why, what places? Attracting abundant attraction. I'm reading from the abundant attraction deck. The Oracle of Accelerated Manifestations. What are you manifesting? What are we manifesting? Because this me too. This me too. What are you manifesting? Well, the Holy Spirit, please forgive me as I send on these messages. Limitless universe. Thank you for the like. So we're getting a limitless universe here. It says the universe is boundless and abundant. Open your heart to receive without limits. Walking in the truth that your dreams do not take away from others. Look at that beautiful card. Limitless universe. So you're walking into a limited universe. Limitless. Okay. All right now. Limitless. Walking in the truth. Okay. Without limits. That's what I'm talking about. Without limits. Open your heart to receive. Yes. Radiating love. Maybe you're struggling with radiating love because it came out in reverse. But it says a healed heart radiates love effortlessly. As you nurture forgiveness and compassion within yourself, your energy expands and creates a ripple effect. Understand that your journey of self healing will bring healing to others. So please be radiating love out here. Okay? So you could be limitless in the universe. Okay? Have a healed heart here. Being healed is very important, okay, because it creates a ripple effect to other people. The difficult way. Ooh, something must have been really difficult here. It says the difficult way. The difficult way. Approach. Mm. It says your approach might get you to your destination, but it is definitely not the easiest way to get there. Reevaluating your plans and determine where you might be making things unnecessarily difficult for yourself. Okay, so your approach will get you to your destination. Okay, it's definitely not the easiest way. Okay, so you're taking something that ain't easy here. Okay, you're not having a toxic environment anymore. They came out in reverse. So, a toxic atmosphere may be interfering with your ability to focus on your goals, which that could have happened. It came out in reverse. So, you're not in a toxic environment here. It says when it was toxic, it said a toxic atmosphere may be interfering with your ability to focus on your goals and attract positive outcomes. The energy around you influences your thoughts and emotions. Choose relationships and spaces that inspire and support you. So, Spirit is saying stay away from a toxic environment here. Choose to be around people that support you. Undeserving. You could have felt undeserving here. Feelings of unworthiness stems from forgetting who you truly are, a being of infinite value, worthy of love and abundance. Let go of self doubt and watch as the universe mirrors your belief in yourself. Okay, so let go of doubt here. Let go of self doubt. Okay, because the universe mirrors how we feel on the inside. So if you have any self-doubt, or if you feel undeserving of what the universe wants to provide for you, that's what they'll radiate to you. But we don't want to feel that. Feel very deserving, because you deserve everything that you get from the universe here. And authenticity, you might have been being inauthentic. Acting out of alignment with your true self can cause blockages to your flow of energy. Examine where you may be compromising your truth and shed what doesn't align. Authenticity is your key to manifestation. So we have to be authentic out here. You know, everybody is not being authentic all the way every day. Acting out of alignment, okay, with one true self can cause blockages here. That's what the card is saying. All right. So make sure that we're living in our truth. Okay. Share what doesn't align with us. Okay. And be authentic. Okay. Because that's the key to our manifestations, to us manifesting here. Frequency match. Okay. You could have found a frequency match here. Like attracts like, and your energy calls for relationships and interactions that match your frequency. Embody the qualities you want to see in others, for you are both the reflection and the invitation. Okay, somebody ran away. They had fear of responsibility here. All right, fear of responsibility. A fear of responsibility may be holding you back from fully pursuing your dreams. Look deep within yourself and face your fears. Are you running from failure, or are you even more afraid of your own potential? Okay, so you could be afraid of either failing at something, or just afraid of who you are, your potential, what potential you could be at. Conflicting desires. Conflicting desires create a split in your energy. During your creative power, consider what you truly want and align your heart, mind, and spirit with one clear vision. When your inner world is unfed, your outer power is amplified. So you might have some conflicting desires here. You might be conflicted between two decisions. Okay? You may be having a split in your energy. Abundant attraction. Okay, so we got the card here, abundant attraction. There are no limits. Okay, there are no limits. Let me repeat that one more time. There are no limits except those you impose. So, whatever you put on yourself, those are the limits for you. The quantum field holds infinite potential. What will you choose to create? So what will you choose to create? It's your life. Create it the way you like it. Okay? Even if it's a house, even if you want your house to look a certain way, make sure that you create it the way you want it. Even if it's an idea that you have and that you feel won't be supported, create it the way that you want it. A lot of people came up with so many different ideas that people didn't think that people would even like it. But there are people out here that love other people's ideas that may not even thought about it. Okay, so what will you choose to create? Be very creative here. Passionately aligned. Okay, the universe supports work that brings joy, meaning, fulfillment to your life. Let your passions guide your path, and have faith that rewards will follow. So be passionately aligned with the universe, because the universe is going to work for you. All right. Legacy of wealth. You could be bringing in a legacy of wealth. Look at all that wealth. Okay. Look at all that wealth you could be looking at right now, bringing in. Quick riches come and go, but true prosperity is built with patience and purpose. Even if the results aren't immediate, know that what you are creating now will provide lasting abundance for the future. Okay, so whatever you're creating now, make sure that you have purpose with it and patience, because it'll be lasting for the future here. Oh, my card deck. Okay, that's what I did. Woo! Sometimes my cards be all over the place. Infinite with opportunities. So you got a lot of infinite opportunities here. Remember that there are an infinite number of ways for you to succeed. When you release the illusions of limitations, you will step confidently into the flow of infinite opportunities that are always available to you. So you got infinite opportunities as well. It's going to always be available to you. Okay, step confidently. Release the illusions of limitations. Slave programming. That's a good one. Powers or patterns of powerlessness and self-limitation have been ingrained in you through societal conditioning. Allow yourself to break free from the mental chain that keeps you bound to what others expect or believe. So stay away from the slave programming. Okay, allow yourself to break free from that, because a lot of people want to hold you mentally down, hold chains over you, like keep you bound. Okay, they don't want you to succeed or excel past them. Okay, so get out of that slave programming. We have to unlearn to relearn, and baby, it's hard. It ain't easy, because I'm unlearning to relearn. You know, gotta unlearn to relearn. Says prosperous estate. Okay, you could be having a prosperous estate here. Your prosperity is no longer just an idea, it seeks to take shape in the form of real estate and tangible assets. Be open to grounding your abundance into physical reality through the acquisition of land or prosperity. So you will be having a prosperous estate here. All right. Ooh, we. Ooh, I told y'all got a positive partnership coming. Success is a team effort. A mutually beneficial partnership could help you to achieve your common goals. Together, you could create more than you would alone. Oh, you got somebody coming with you to help you to create. Y'all gonna create together. You know what I mean? You might already have your own success. They may have their own, and then y'all gonna create something together. So y'all will be have a creative partnership here. Negative manifestation. You are a powerful force and creation in the universe. Your negative words and thoughts hold as much power to manifest as your positive ones. Be mindful of where your focus lies, for energy flows where attention goes. So we have to be positive. Okay, we hold so much power with our words and our thoughts. So if your words and your thoughts are negative, then that's what you're going to align with. Okay, so make sure that you're not aligning with negative words and negative thoughts. Okay, make sure we be mindful of where we put our mind to. Make sure that we are trying to be positive at all times. Family healing is also here as you cultivate peace within your family, whether through direct healing or by releasing attachment. You bring harmony to your energetic field. You are here to create a new legacy of love, abundance, and purpose, and a higher purpose. My bad. A higher purpose. And you have a spiritual contract here at the bottom of the deck. It says sacred agreements made before this lifetime are guiding you toward experiences, relationships, and lessons vital for your growth and purpose. You are not being tested, you are being activated. So spirit is activating you here. Okay, you're being activated. I want to read the guardian angel oracle here. Okay, some of y'all could be going through an ascension right now. Ascension symptoms. Ascension. Okay, ascension symptoms is like when you feel like sick, a little head cold, headed, You could be going through that. Those are ascension symptoms of as well. Runny nose. You may have something go on, within your throat chakra. Your throat might be sore or hoarse or whatever. That's ascension as well. So don't look at it all. Oh yeah, they can't speak, they can't talk, they can't. No, sometimes people are going through ascension symptoms, even if they're sick and they got like a little cold. That's an ascension symptom. Okay. Thank you for the love. So, service. You may need to do some sort of service, or you have some sort of service here, trying to get service to the world or to somebody. Okay. You could crochet. Mm-hmm. You could do something creative here. You could do some sort of service for somebody. Maybe you're giving somebody tissue. Okay. They could be crying. You could be servicing somebody, or you could have gave some tissue to somebody here. Okay. What else? Abundance. Told y'all getting a lot of abundance. Look at all that stuff. Okay. You're very fruitful here. You're very abundant here. You're giving service to people. You're very abundant. You're being very fruitful. You're multiplying. Okay. You're learning things. You're getting a lot of knowledge here. Okay. You're learning things about the angels, with the angels, studying with the angels. Okay. Some form that you were doing, some learning here. You're being enlightened. Revelation. You got a revelation about something. Thank you, chaos, divine chaos. You may have gotten a divine revelation. Love you too, sis. Archangel Uriel is here. So you could be studying the archangels here. Okay. You could be giving service to somebody. They're giving you service as well. Discovery. Maybe you're learning about abundance. Maybe you discovered some knowledge here. Some knowledge that you discovered, some truth that you discovered about somebody, having knowledge and revelation, transcendence, transcendence, transcends, y'all. Transcends. Okay, so maybe you see something, maybe you know something. Okay, maybe the leaves. Comfort. Okay, you could be getting comforted by the angels, by the ancestors. Okay, transformation. You're going through some divine transformation here. Somebody could discover that you're very fruitful, okay, and that you had a transformation. You gain some wisdom as well through this knowledge. Gain some wisdom through that. Protection. You are protected. You're divinely protected here. Archangel Raphael is also here. Okay, so you got 2 archangels here so far. They all archangels. Okay, so beauty. Okay, and you growth. Okay, you're growing. So you got some growth here. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see that. My light, I can't stand this light here. And it's natural light though, y'all, that be blocking it. And then it says beauty. Trying to see it. There we go. Beauty. You see this light within her chest there? Okay. You could be always searching to make yourself beautiful here. You can always think of how can you go within to beautify yourself, to make yourself look better. Okay. Or to make yourself look great, increase all that you have. That's the lotus flower there. So you could be discovering something about yourself and you're making it beautiful here. Charity. You could be giving to people all the time, giving some charity, giving love to people always. You are full of grace here. You have a lot of grace. Okay. God gives you a lot of grace. You're very abundant. Okay, you're getting new beginnings. Okay, and you're headed in the right direction. Direction is here. And inspiration. You could have been inspired by something, someone, inspired by nature, your nature spirits. Okay, nature inspired you here, and the birds here. You get your information from the angels, the ancestors, the birds, okay, and you being out in nature. So that's where you get your inspiration from, your communication. You communicate with angels, angelic beings. Here, you communicate with positive source. Archangel Michael is also out here. So you communicate with power source. Okay, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel. That wasn't Gabriel. That was Uriel. And Archangel Raphael. Nurturing. You could be very nurturing here. Always nurturing your plants, your animals, nurturing your love for your craft. Okay, nurturing yourself, making sure that you nurture everything that you do here. So you can constantly be nurturing things around you, nurturing friendships as well. So you learn how to nurture people that are close to you, that you love, you create with them. You are very humble. You use a lot of humility here. Humility. Okay. Freedom. You are free. Okay. You're free to create. You're free like a bird. You're free to do whatever you want to. Creativity, y'all. You're very free to create here. Archangel Gabriel. Okay. I did say Archangel Gabriel. They came out. So you're co-creating. You're being very creative here. You're learning to paint. You're painting pictures. You're painting words. You have a passion for nature, a passion for people, a passion to help, a passion to work here. Okay, so you're free as a bird. You're free to do what you want, and you love nature. You love being in nature. You love being around nature spirits. Purpose. That is your purpose. You have a higher purpose here with the angels. You have a higher purpose. You're supported. Okay, you're very supported. They give you the knowledge. They give you the answers. You're supported by your spirit guides and your angels and your ancestors here. Okay, healing. Okay, is also here. So you know how to heal. Okay, and you're motivated. Okay, you're always motivated to do some healing. That is part of your passion, and you stay in harmony. Okay, you stay in harmony, you listen to harmony, you fear no one. Okay, and you are in a positive light here. Okay, y'all, I am going to move to um okay, that was the messages from the Guardian Angel Oracle deck. I forgot to show y'all that. So that was the messages from the Oracle Angel. Okay, now we got to go to the White Light Oracle. So I want to give y'all a message from the White Light Oracle here. White Light Oracle. Now these are long. So if you have the time and you want to wait and you want to hear me tell you what the message is, you can stay. If not, you can watch it when you're ready to stay for a long period of time. Because this takes like a couple minutes to get the messages out. But we're going to pull from the White Light Oracle deck here. What would Spirit like for us to know? What was the universe? What was the source like for us to know here? Okay. Yeah. Woo-wee. I done got hot. I got hot. Why I'm getting hot? These are hard to shuffle because they big. Okay, so I got two right here. Two cards that came out this deck. One is Shekinah. Shekinah. Okay, Shekinah. You know, some people say Shekinah glory. Hey, master footballer. Okay, Shekinah. And the seven blessings of uh, the 7 blessings of Eve. Okay, so we have a number 6, a number 7. Let's see. I'm pulling one more card. 8, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. And this one says Bath Coal. Kol. Bath Coal. Okay, so we about to read Shekinah first. Mm-mm. I almost went all the way past. Okay, so Shekinah is here first. I'm gonna read her. So Shekinah says, the spiritual world wants to help you resolve your worldly concerns. It is safe for you to rely on spirit as a loving, protective, helpful, and practical presence, able to positively affect all areas of your life, including facilitating the resolution of physical problems. Do not limit your spirituality to concepts. Instead, apply your higher knowledge and principles. Grow your wisdom and live your path. Acknowledge your value as a person, as a soul. Treasure the gifts of your path and let your spirituality integrate with all facets of your life. Okay, this is Shekinah. I'm not finished. So Shekinah is a Hebrew word that translates as the dwelling place of the divine. Shekinah is the embodiment of the light. She is in us when we are living our spiritual path, applying our wisdom and principles. So our actions, our courage, our choices awaken compassion in our world. We are the sacred change makers and healers of the collective. The divine electricity of spirit needs willing souls, bulbs to shine forth in the world. Okay, and I just remembered I have a card holder. I could have put her on here. Shekinah. So this is who we are speaking of right here. Okay, it says in the esoteric Jewish tradition of Kabbalah, Shekinah is the sacred feminine, the capacity for an experience of spirit entering the soul of a human being. When a soul is approaching the sacred experience of Shekinah, the ego has given way to some degree. There is enough inner space and heart willingness to surrender and receive so that spirit can infuse the soul. The soul becomes more luminous with white light. We resonate more with spirit than with ego. We feel like our true selves. When the soul becomes Shekinah, a holy dwelling place of spirit, our experience is very different to the ego driven way of living. We slow down and accomplish that which is meaningful. We feel connected to all that is, so we are inspired to do what we can to help. According to our tendencies and talents, we co create rather than compete. We accomplish our aspirations because we are no longer in our heads, but practicing our spiritual path daily. Our practices resonate with our hearts, increasing our awareness, love, presence, patience, commitment, and peace. Our spiritual practice are our life raft when the oceans of life become wild, and our magic carpet when we feel stuck and need inspiration and freedom. Our practices increase our compassion for ourselves and others. When Shekinah is in your reading, you have both permission and encouragement from spirit to embrace spiritual practices. Thank you for the like, okay, that resonate with your heart and commitment to them, especially when you think you don't need them or they don't seem to be doing anything for you. Those are the times you need them most. To embrace Shekinah is to embrace action, to commit, to engage, to walk our talk, and to be the light we want to see in our world. The ideas that nurture and inspire your heart are important, but the actions that transform hesitation, fear, and doubt into boldness, trust, and confidence are essential to bring those ideas to life. You have it within you to live your light and to pull all your problems and concerns into the capable hands of a deeper guiding wisdom. You are not giving away your power in doing so. You are actually empowering your sacred fulfillment. This oracle brings notice of an opportunity to apply to your spiritual practices. You are encouraged to consider how you can live so that your inner beliefs and outer actions are in alignment. This is not about denying the ego and its pains. It is about having compassion and responding from a place of kindness and determination to heal. The oracle also suggests a matter of a material or physical concern can be touched and healed by spirit. Your task is to invite spirit in and allow it to do what it knows how to do. Find relief in the knowledge that spirit is with you and wants you to heal through all matters of concern. And it says the healing process here, it says connect consciously with your heart, allowing yourself to become fully present in this moment. Noticing the flow of your breath in and out will support this process of transition into sacred inner heart space. Place a hand on your heart and say out loud, I call upon Shekinah, sacred feminine presence of the divine spirit within my heart and within all hearts. Awaken, divine sister, we need you. To you, I surrender all concerns in need of a higher solution. I trust that the healing capabilities of spirit are far greater than the depressing scenarios generated by fearful, wounded ego. I invite your sacred presence, protection, grace, blessing, and peace to restore me to my authentic path, to correct all issues in my life that have become tainted or confused by ego, and ensure my soul's spiritual fulfillment for the benefit of all beings. Thank you for your love and presence with me always. Okay. And it says, imagine, see, feel, or intend that a beautiful white light is awakening in your heart and radiating throughout all parts of you, shining like a white spiritual sun. It may shine all the colors of the rainbow from your heart or remain as a white light. The beautiful rays of light reach through all levels and dimensions of existence. Simply let this happen as you surrender into the effects of your prayer and your practice. Rest in this luminous offering for as long as feels right for you. Finish with your hands in prayer and your head bowed with respect for life. You have finished your healing process. Okay, that is Shekinah. I will be reading Seven Blessings of Eve next. So this is the seven blessings of Eve here. And it says here, a spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest as a blessing in your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full, glorious manifestation. You have been blessed with a beautiful divine destiny to fulfill. You have natural healing ability. Choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put out into the world because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize. Okay, it says Eve dwelled in the original paradise, the Garden of Eden. She is the mother of knowledge. From knowledge, wisdom can be developed. Wisdom is the egg of Sophia, the divine feminine power to be a birth mother of higher consciousness, to bring forth the light of loving awareness. Eve's oracle is not an omen of being cast out of paradise. It is a sign that a false view, which has been holding you captive, is going to give away to a greater understanding, which will empower you to be a bearer of the light, a priestess or priest of the egg of Sophia. This oracle encourages you to seek the knowledge you need, to not be held captive by secrets or misinformation, and to know that from that knowledge you shall be able to shed false views like a snake shedding its skin and grow in wisdom. You shall know what you need to know and find your way to truth. Okay, it says the oracle also indicates a shift away from shame and confusion, perhaps feeling you have something to prove, or that you are not enough, or that you have to atone for a failing in this or other lifetimes. Instead, your soul is moving you toward a realization of the inherent goodness and grace that is your real nature. You are blessed. You are granted a unique, unrepeatable human life. Even if you have to reincarnate, acknowledging the soul continues to grow over many lifetimes. There will only be one lifetime when you are this you. If you treasure this life, you will become bolder, more fearless, more willing to step up as your real self, more willing to engage in healing and say yes to what makes your heart sing. There is a rabbinic saying that every time a human being walks down the street, a choir of angels cries, make way, for the image of God is approaching. Y'all heard that? So, you, the image of God, it says, make way, for the image of God is approaching. Loving humanity is not always easy, especially when the darker side of human nature causes such suffering. Yet there is so much heroism, love, kindness, and nobility too. Look to the positive and open your heart to the best in yourself and those around you. Choose to see and nurture the spiritual light in yourself and others to the best of your ability. We are all growing and evolving in our own way. Even those who trouble your heart are doing their best. Acknowledge that humans have limited capacities and deserve compassion and a chance to awaken spiritually, nonetheless. Do not, however, allow yourself to become a doormat to anyone's ego games. Entrust the spiritual progress and protection of all beings to the divine feminine as you care for yourself and others as consciously as you can. Certain numbers have a sacred significance that crosses religious and cultural boundaries. Seven is one such number with significance in Hinduism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Jainism, 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 Buddhism, Baha'i, and New Age. The spiritual power of seven includes a natural charisma and capacity to be an influential channel for higher wisdom. The presence of seven is a sign from the universe to reconnect to the sacred. The oracle of the seven blessings of Eve is a reminder that you are a sacred being and have no need to hold yourself hostage to shame, blame, guilt, anger, judgment, or fear. Acknowledge your connection to spiritual knowledge. Pray, and your prayer shall be answered. Thank you for the like. Imagine. So, your healing process here is to imagine, see, feel, or intend that your mind becomes softly and pleasantly fuzzy, moving from sharp focus into gentle, steaming waves of white light. Your head may relax, including the nerves at the base of your skull, the fascia covering your face, the muscles around your eyes, cheeks, ears, and jaws. The top of your head may feel as if it is melting. You are left feeling peace, clarity, and a sense of light. Recognize that the light is intelligent and knows what you need and when. It is bringing an abundance of offerings to you in the perfect way at the perfect time. This helps you relax further and let go. You can allow these sensations to travel through your entire body if you wish. You may like to close your eyes and relax more deeply. Rest in this state for as long as it feels right for you. Ground yourself and hydrate. You have completed your healing process. And the last card is Bath of Coal. Okay, Bath of Coal. It says, eschew complicated explanations as you seek the simplicity of the deepest truth of your heart. Gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate as being true for your heart. Focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. All prayers are answered as the perfect time and the perfect way. You have a powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on your planet. Bath Coil is a mysterious creature. She is an angel known as the Divine Oracle, the daughter of the Divine Voice, the pure and true sound of spirit. When she whispers to your heart, you feel it as an inner knowing, a truth. To honor that inner knowing likely requires the confrontation of fear or moving in unexpected directions. Even so, the deep resonance of her truth is more powerful than the resistance we may initially feel as we let go of our limited perspectives and allow ourselves to be guided by spirit. The spiritual voice of Bath Cole is always true, always healing, and always in harmony with the higher loving plan of the universal heart, which is working toward the spiritual fulfillment of all hearts. Hers is the healing sound, the voice of divine prophecy, which not only tells what shall be, but through speaking of the highest potential, creates a blessing which manifests the ultimate goodness within us. When Bath Cole appears in a reading, an inner spiritual call may require a leap of faith. A more authentic, awakened you is coming to life. Paving the way for the higher self to manifest typically means that fear and control based approaches need to be surrendered. Okay, Bath Cole's presence indicates something more appropriate and vital needs to supersede the limiting structures currently in place. As a consequence, she is a port of spiritual transformation and material manifestation. Honoring her guidance requires courage, but brings rich reward on many levels. The Oracle of Bath Cole indicates a voice that is true and needs to be acknowledged. This may be a voice in your own heart which needs to be heard without judgment or censorship. It may be an intuitive inner knowing to be recognized. It may be a loving and helpful voice of a reliable guide or friend whom you know can be trusted. It may be a teaching from a dream or an insight from a meditation or even an inkling that certain happenings or sightings are signs from the universe to help you on your life path. Bev Cole is the clear voice of communication between humanity and higher beings. When called upon, she will assist a human to accurately interpret a sign or omen. Her voice brings clarity. Therefore, this oracle indicates a time of confusion is swiftly coming to an end. The oracle also encourages you to practice your power of discernment. Filter ego from heart. If a point of view lowers your vibration, makes you feel negatively about yourself or another, increase your confusion, or make matters seem more complicated, it is likely to be an ego driven viewpoint. To consider what you might be able to learn from that viewpoint, you need to settle yourself on more authentic spiritual ground. Okay, the healing process here for Bath Cole says take a moment to disconnect from potential distractions and seek out sacred, quiet space where there is room for reflection. You may wish to have a journal and a pen with you to make notes. When you are ready, say out loud, I call upon the divine voice of Bath Cole, guardians of luminous communications and clear channel for spiritual truth and healing grace. Please bless me with clarity according to the highest wisdom and mercy, and in divine timing. May I read the signs and bear the voice of truth louder than all others. May all beings receive the guidance they need to find happiness and spiritual freedom. When you are ready, place one hand over your heart and consciously connect to your breathing. Notice the breath flowing in and out. Allow your awareness to connect with your heart. Notice what sensations, feelings, messages, or insights flow as you tune in to your heart. Notice any strengthening of your intuitive awareness over the 3 days that follow this exercise. Be open to your heart and know that its truth will become clear at the perfect time. and in the perfect way. When the time is right for you, ground yourself and hydrate. You have completed your healing process. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate it, y'all. So I read those three to y'all, 6, 7, and 8, which was Shekinah, the 7 blessings of Eve, and Bath Cole. Okay, and her number is 6 here. I don't know if y'all can, I hate that light there. 6 for Shekinah, 7 for the 7 blessings of Eve, and 8 for Bath Cole. Let's see the number 8. They came back to back. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the likes, the comments, the shares. All right, and the love. Okay. So remember that you are healing your family. Okay. And within your family, as you cultivate peace within your family, whether through direct healing or by releasing attachment. Okay, you bring harmony to your energetic field, and you are here to create a legacy of love, abundance, and higher purpose. All right, so that's my message. Thank you so much for watching. Peace. Bye.